Hello, this is Daniel Plays. My name is Daniel and welcome to yet another Minecraft video. Now today we're going to be reviewing a resource pack. Now before we get started, I just want to let you know that I tend to call these things texture packs because that's what they were called when I started playing Minecraft. So that's pretty much it. Today we're going to be taking a look at Sphax PureBDCraft, which is a very popular resource pack. It's probably one of my favorites, if not my all-time favorite resource pack, also because of its support for mods and textures for just Minecraft mods, which is insane. So yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at this resource pack. It's vibrant, that's what we can see. It's got, you know, pretty much every texture in Minecraft covered, if not every texture. Yeah, I'm actually pretty sure that this one is 100% complete. I would dare to put a bet on that. So, anyway, we're gonna be taking a look at some of the blocks, some of the items, mainly the items actually. The blocks will just be around, and you can look at them when we just run around places and enter rooms and leave rooms. But it's going to be mainly items. I am using Jabas or Jabas, but it's only got one B, so I suppose Jaba, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm using his resource pack showcase map that he made for one of his milestones on his channel. Anyway, thanks for making this map. It's free to use for as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is the map I'm going to be using to show you Sphax PureBDCraft. Now this comes in various resolutions varying from, I believe, 32 x to up to like 512, if I remember properly. So that is pretty insane. You've got all kinds of qualities for all kinds of PCs pretty much, because you need a pretty beefy PC for 512 textures, but 32 should run just fine. Which is, if I believe, I believe that is the version I am currently using. Yeah, it's 32. I also got 64 on here, but we're not going to be taking a look at that. And I also have two add-ons enabled. The add-ons are more 3D blocks and more 3D items. The blocks only affect, well, some blocks, because not all, as you may be able to tell. And the items affect only swords so far. Maybe some other tools, but I think it's just the swords. Nevertheless, it looks really cool, but we'll get to that in a second. So this map has been split up into separate rooms, which I think is very convenient for if you want to show like different categories of textures. So first of all, we have a painting cave. I cannot think of a better name for this cave than a painting cave. These are, I think, all of the paintings that you can possibly get in Minecraft. There's like a set of perhaps 16, something like that, maybe 20 paintings that you can get in Minecraft. And these are what the paintings will look like when you use this resource pack. So you got a couple of small ones. These are actually pretty cool. For the paintings, I would actually suggest that you up the resolution of the resource pack, because you may be able to imagine, but yeah, the quality of the paintings will improve. But on the other hand, this looks more Minecraft-like with bad resolution, you know, with like too large pixels and vague, blurry images. So I kind of like this too. But you can judge for yourself. I'm only here to show you everything. So we also have some other blocks. Be sure to look out, to check out the other blocks as well, and to look for the other blocks, because I won't go over every block in every corner of every room. I'm going to show you the main items set up in certain rooms and not every block. But yeah, this goes to show that it's a very complete resource pack. So another thing that I want to show you before we enter the next room, this resource pack has got a feature called natural textures, which means that I believe gravel, grass, and sand will overlap. Yeah, I think they'll just overlap the other textures. So I don't really know what happens, like when say I use sandstone some more. I don't know if it's the sand that's doing this or if it's the sandstone being compatible with this. I think it's the sandstone being compatible because the stone also has this overlay. I think it's just the sand and the grass. And as I mentioned, I think the gravel does so too. So there's also very detailed vegetation textures, but we'll get to that in a second because there's a room or some space dedicated to that. So the next room is weapons, or not even weapons, but first of all, what caves would look like, probably, and armor, and just every armor set that you could possibly think of. So we got diamond ore here, emerald ore, lapis lazuli, gold, redstone with actually like a flickering kind of animation, which is pretty cool. We got iron ore, and we got coal ore, and we got lava, which looks to me like it's even brighter than the normal Minecraft texture, which I never thought would be possible, but I think they just pulled it off. But anyway, I really like the variation between the ores as well. These may just be the same, some of them, but I am also using Optifine to be able to use these texture packs anyway. And Optifine has this option where it also kind of like makes the textures look natural by rotating them to make them look like they're more different than others. You know, I think you kind of get the point. So we have all 5 armor sets here. Well, my favorite is probably the diamond one because it looks really OP. And we can go check out what it looks like. No. I meant to go there. Yeah. So let's equip all of this. And yeah, this looks pretty good. Pretty good. If you're wondering about my skin, there's a video about that coming real soon. Something happened, but it's a funny story. I'll tell you another time. We're here for the texture pack, right? So the diamond one looks pretty cool, but I have one thing that I really need to say, and that is that I love the diamond one, but for the helmet, I'd much rather go with the golden helmet because, well, you'll probably get the point here. It looks like a crown. It just looks perfectly like a crown, and it looks majestic, and you know, I just like that. Okay, just leave me. I just like that. And here we have the diamond, which looks a little more like a diamond than in vanilla Minecraft because that doesn't look anything like a diamond, or at least a very badly shaped diamond. Although I have to admit that I've never seen like raw diamonds. I think that's what you call them, or like uncut diamonds. No, I've never seen them, and I assume they can have every shape you want. And then there's the ingots. They look pretty much like ingots, which is good, I guess. And then there's redstone, which looks like a little lump of, well, what would you expect? Redstone. So another thing that I want to mention about this resource pack. Oh, wait. Oh, well, there's cobwebs and custom sky. I also forgot to mention that. But another thing I wanted to mention is that this resource pack is so good, not only because the textures are so good, but because they fit so well together. The textures, when you play with this resource pack on, you just feel like it's one big theme. Like all the textures fit together perfectly. The colors match. There's no really bright colors except for, well, there we go, lava. But except for that, it's just vibrant but no really bright colors, and it's kind of like a RPG style, but also not really. Also depends on the resolution that you use, because the higher resolution ones look completely different in my opinion. But yeah, I really like the theme that they've got going on with this resource pack. But let's move on to the weaponry. Ooh, I just got a copy of all the swords, and as you can see in my hand, they are 3D. You can see the little ornaments. I will just throw it on the ground. Can you see that little gold button on there? Well, I don't think it's a button, but I think you'll get the point. It looks really good. And I also really like the details to these because you got the wood one, which is a very, well, very minimalistic sword. It's wood held together by some strings to keep it from falling apart. Then there's the gold one, which is pretty cool, but like it's very thin and it looks like it could break any time. And then there's the stone one, which looks like it's a slight upgrade from the wood sword. And then there's the iron one, which actually looks like a really big sword that could do some serious damage. And well, then there's the diamond one, which is just the one that you want. Just admit it, you just want that diamond one. So then there is these items, and well, there's nothing to this room but just this wall. But this one actually features a lot of very important items, and I actually like that these item frames contain items that you would encounter pretty often. You know, it's not like well, beetroot, I mean, okay, you see those a lot too, but these are like the cooler ones, okay? People want to be eating gold apples and pumpkin pie, and I guess that's, I don't really know what that is. I think it's beef or pork chop. I have no idea. And then there's cookies. They all, bread. It looks so good. It looks so different from vanilla Minecraft, which makes this so good. And then there's the bow and the arrow and the fishing rod and the flint and steel and the, I guess this is an ender pearl. I think so. And then there's the potions, which have still got this, well, vanilla Minecraft enchantment overlay. But the bottles, they look so much better. So much. Then there's the swords. And, what's that? Oh, that's going to be a hoe, I believe. And then that's going to be a pickaxe. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So, there also is this room. I also like the doors, by the way. I completely forget the doors because we just walk through them. But this, I believe, is the iron one, which looks really cool with this red thing on top here. I was just thinking that maybe it would actually be like a sensor so that if it was triggered, it would turn off. But we're too high, I guess. Anyway, the iron doors, also very 3D, pretty cool. And we got the acacia door, which looks like the acacia door, but 3D and really cool. And then there's the jungle one, which is, it looks so cool with this little square window. I think normal Minecraft just needs this one with like a square window. So, there's this room. I mean, I got a bow and arrow. I can just show you what happens when you shoot an arrow, but I bet you already know what happens when you shoot an arrow. It gets fired away. But the fishing rod, and that's what I even forgot to mention, this resource pack has custom sounds. Unfortunately, there's no mobs around in this map, but I would have loved to show you all of the sounds, or actually, well, yeah, showing you the sounds. I'm just gonna go with that. Oh, well, what did I get? Some uncraftable potions with no textures. And so, well, never mind. I'm just going to get rid of that. So moving on to the food and adventure room. I just got put into survival mode. Well, that's fun. Anyway, I really like the jungle vegetation here. So, you know, look at the vines. They look really good. And, well, I guess we'll just have to do this jump puzzle then. I'm not, like, really good at parkour, but I think I just nailed that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I just did that. Exactly that. But anyway, here's a little nether kind of, well, biome is not the right word, but I'm just going to call it a simulation for, like, a nether biome. And the textures that you would find there. Quartz ore and just netherrack, which, wait a second, It's only now that I notice it's animated. And it looks so scary. It almost looks like some veins or something. With blood pumping through them. Wow, it's really scary. It's also weird how they perfectly align the blocks. And the animation just goes through the blocks. It's like there is no separate blocks. Wow. This is mind-blowing. And also the fire looks really good, but hey. You gotta do, like, you gotta put a lot of effort into putting the, like, screwing up the fire texture, right? I mean, make it look like a flame, animate it. Yeah, I guess you can't really go wrong on the fire, but if you have an example of some guy that made a texture pack that screwed up the fire so bad, then make sure to let me know in the comments the name of the texture pack or resource pack, and I'll check it out. And I'll admit that you have just proven that I was wrong. But if not, then shut up, please. Don't say anything. And then here's a bit of a, like a ocean monument biome kind of thing with lilies. Or well, lily pads, I guess. Oh yeah, I was put into a different game mode. How fun is that? Anyway, the water looks really good, and these blocks, well, the colors match a little bit better than they do in vanilla Minecraft, in my opinion. They all got some colors that come back in the other blocks, which is really good. And then there's the sea lantern, which I actually think is not changed. Well, it's changed, but it's not changed so drastically as all of the other blocks, you know? I'm just gonna eat this golden apple. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna eat that thing. Now the last one is, I think, vegetation or something like that, and some important things that you will definitely need in Minecraft. So we have, well, grass here and wheat, and we have a chest that I don't really understand the purpose of. And we have pumpkins, and with this 3D add-on, we actually have 3D pumpkins with actual holes in them that look really scary, actually. Like, wow, this looks terrifying. I'm just gonna stop it. And then there's melons, which look a lot more like melons because they got a freaking green color for once, like a dark green color instead of a lime poisoning melon color that vanilla Minecraft has. My god, it's just insane. Why would you do that? So these melons are a ton times better. And then there's probably one of my favorite blocks in Minecraft of all time, sugarcane. There's sugarcane and it's 3D, so you can't go wrong with 3D sugarcane, I guess. Not if you make it look like this. This good. This is just I think normal vanilla Minecraft should have 3D sugarcane, because look at what kind of a feeling that adds. It makes Minecraft a little bit more realistic. But now that I say it, I actually feel like I've just said something that does not make any sense at all, because Minecraft does not want to be realistic. So we have the enchantment table. Is there anything? No. The enchantment table with the 3D blocks. I know for a fact that the 3D add-on changes the enchantment table. It normally has the same textures but without these fancy corners, and it's just completely flat. And well, this version is obviously 10 times better. Then there's the anvil, which is already 3D by itself, and then there is the chest, which also has this notch anyway, I guess. And then there's the crafting table, which is also changed by the 3D add-on. And well, the furnace, I was already thinking it was gonna get dark, but no. I'm looking for something to cook. I'm just gonna just gonna take this wood block because I just want to see what it looks like when it's turned on. Oh, look at that. Oh, it closes. This little thing which actually looks a bit like a mailbox, like the thing that you put the actual mail through. Anyway, it closes and then the fire is lit and you see that it's working. Wow. This is pretty cool. This is impressive. Also very impressive texturing. Really good job. Now obviously I will put all the links to everything that I've talked about in this video in the description, like I always do. I'm not going to do an outro, like an outro where I have the perspective on my own character because something about it is not quite right, but I'll let you know in the near future what's going on with that and why that is the case and when it's going to change back to what it used to be. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you actually did, then make sure to leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more of these kind of videos. And if you want to check out this texture pack, like I said, or resource pack I should call it, check out the description. A lot of useful information will be in there, as well as probably a link to Optifine and even this map and even the resource pack and all that good stuff. So be sure to check that out. Then I'll catch you later. See ya.